guys that follow me, you know I love tools. This is not a paid for spot or anything like that, but I did pick up a new tool. Let's see what it looks like. Now I had one of these that was the Harbor Freight, I had one of these that was the Eastwood brand, and it worked for a very, very, very long time and was very well abused and used. So I did not want to spend that kind of money again because I just probably didn't think I was going to use it as much as I used to. So I picked this brand up. It came with the wheels, no added accessories or anything like that. And it is the Harbor Freight brand. And I want to say I paid a little over $100 for this with their, coupons that you can get. You know it's a bad sign usually when the part comes with new brushes for the motor. You know, at least they send them. But all that's telling me is that that's what breaks on these things. So we're definitely going to set these over to the side because if they send them, you're probably more than likely going to need them. But what I found out with most of these Harbor Freight tools, as long as you take care of them and you don't try to overwork it and wear it out, get it hot, they usually work pretty good. At least for the money anyway. I've had some that just flat out didn't work straight out of the box. We're not going to do much with this one today. We're just going to put it together, see if it works, and go from there. It probably didn't come with an Allen wrench, or yes it did. It came with a bunch of Allen wrenches. So these will surely get lost in my Allen wrench drawer. And with my eyes these days, I just grab a handful of these things when I think I get close to the right size. Any of you guys like me? Any of you guys use the instructions? I mean, me trying to follow instructions, I tell you, these must be keyways. And I don't know, I've still got one or two of the Harbor Freight, I've still got one or two of the Eastwood rollers. If I can find them in a box somewhere, see if they actually will work on the Harbor Freight tool. Looks like it's pretty straightforward. This right here come in handy. Another tray to put stuff in. Let's go ahead and use it for that. I wonder if this has got a lock on it. Yes, it does. Looks like it's got left-hand threads. .120 grit, 240 grit, and 40 grit. Let's try the 40 grit. I'm gonna see what it'll do when it comes to stripping some paint. Remember, these are lefty tighty, righty loosey on these. Or did I say that right? Lefty tighty, righty loosey. All right, let's take this over, and I don't have much around here to take the paint off of, so let's take it over to the Porsche and see if we can strip some of that rear quarter. All right, it's been a while since I It's been a while since I had the Eastwood one, and I do not remember it being variable speed, but it is, and it's also got a dowel right here. So it does crank up pretty good on top of being variable speed. All right, let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna start out low. It does put a little bit of heat into it, so you got to be careful. All right, so I love the finish that it leaves. It's almost like a brushed stainless steel finish. You know, when I block my cars down, I like to block them down to where you can see little dents and stuff. And it's doing a pretty good job with that. There's a dent right there, and it didn't take the paint off. There's some lead and stuff right here from a previous repair. And this car's got a lot of paint on it. It's been painted, factory paint and primer and sealer, and then another primer, paint, and sealer. And it's old, and it's enamel, and it's stuck really good. So it's taking it off. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it, trying not to heat it up. This 40 grit right here is pretty stiff, where the other pads aren't as stiff. So it might, you know, might work pretty good if it had a different pad on it. But anyway, there's a tool for every job, and I think that this works out pretty good if you're going to strip a car down. You know, I don't know how long it'll take, but it's the tool of the week, I guess you could say, for me. And I give it a thumbs up, at least for now. I'll let you know if it breaks down on me. All right, this time I've put the 240 roller on it, and we're gonna see what it does on this bare metal. Now, I replaced this whole section right here and modified this fender, and I've got to put a bracket in here to hold the fender out like this. But anyway, you can see very, very faint surface rust on it from just moisture in the air. Let's see, and you can see the swirl marks and stuff from the DA. Let's see what this does on this. right, so all in all, I'm gonna say that it's as good as the one I used to have. Now, I can't remember that much about the one I used to have, but I know I bought it when they first came out and it was $300 plus. But like I said, this one right here was roughly 130 bucks. It may have been 165, and then you get your 20% or 15% or 30% coupon off of your purchase. I know I used one of those, but I just remember it being in the 125, 130 range. So, hey, with that said, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Like I said, this is not a paid sponsorship or anything like that. I just bought a tool at Harbor Freight, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys, my experience with it. Now, this is what it did to the bare metal. The way I see myself using this on bare metal is once you get one that you've done the body work on, such as this area right here, you've got all these 80 grit scratches from where you've worked your Bondo. Well, if you take this, I think it was a 240 wheel, and go over all of that, it leaves a really nice smooth finish that's still great for your primers and your sealers. Most of your primers, your high build primers, are going to go over the 80 grit, but it's going to shrink and you're going to still see those deep scratches. So to eliminate some of the sanding of the primer, go over the metal with this, prior to priming it. And it'll eliminate a lot of that sanding later. So you're not going to want to sand your primer with this after, for a paint job, but this will surely take the paint and the primer off. Just go slow, keep from heating your metal up. You don't want to do any warpage or anything like that. But last time I got a car stripped, it was $1,600. So go back and look at the video of me stripping paint with the razor blade, with the scraper. Then that's going to leave behind that primer that is stuck really good, and then this will knock that off. So a package of razor blades, a nice low profile scraper, and one of these, and probably the better part of a whole weekend, you'll be able to strip your car down to the bare metal if that's what you're looking for. But anyway, this reminds me of the days where we were going to have an open house and I had some bare metal cars around the shop, and we wanted to just show off the metalworking skills or something like that. Before the open house, I would get me a red Scotch-Brite, crank the radio up real loud, and give everything that was bare metal a one-directional sanding. And it just gave it that stainless steel look, if you would. Then you get you some Gibbs oil and wipe it down, and all the people that are coming through the open house would touch it, want to feel it, and it would not let their fingerprints go on it. Now, some of you guys can't work around bare metal like this. I'm fortunate enough to where I can. I've seen guys that would do this right here, touch that car, come back in about an hour or two, and you can see their fingerprints. And then come back the next day and their whole hand would be right there. That's a lot of salt in your body. And I'm not sure how it happens or how come I don't have it, but yeah, I can work around this stuff like this, and it never ever flash rust on me. And I'm deep south too, so. But anyway, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. And so if you got any of those Christmas gift cards or birthday gift cards and you're looking to spend about 100-ish, 130-ish, check it out. Not bad. So, as always, thanks for watching Spanky's Hot Rods and Customs. And if you're through watching this video, click this video or that video. And if you don't want to watch those, then get out in the garage and go build something. Come back inside and order you some Spanky t-shirts, spankyshotrods.com. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for coming in to the Spanky shop and seeing what's going on. See you soon.